Well, I had to start my video over because my dog decided to bark at the neighbor's moving truck. So I cut this bracelet open. I can't edit. I have no editing program right now that I can use. So this is stone. It was one bracelet. I cut it and opened it up, and I got all these beautiful beads from it. So and they're like a dark blackish charcoal color. Now this type of thing is harder because you got to decide what you're going to do with it and what you want, how you want to take it apart. So this I'll probably just put in my drawer the way it is. I'll just take this chain off. So I'll take my tools and I will just take this chain off of here because I won't be using the chain for anything other than maybe a new piece. So I figure I'll take this chain off. So I'm gonna open up the jump ring, take the chain off. I'll probably take the jump ring off of there, put it back onto, I shouldn't let the chain come off of it. Now my phone's ringing, but I'm going to ignore it for a minute. And then I'll take off this one. Let's see. Yeah, and you always use two. You hold it with one, like that, and then you bend it open. And so I want to take off this, not the chain this time, and then bend that closed. And then I have this lovely chain I can use for another project. And so that'll come in really handy. It looks like, no, it might be the original clasp, but it just looks a little lighter than the chain. And then this I'll put in with all my rhinestone jewelry that I have tucked away in a drawer for projects. Because then I can use one or more to, probably what I'll do is cut these rings off if I use it to glue onto something. So that will be a good piece for something that, some kind of fun art project. Now I have a lot of pearls. You're going to get a lot of pearls when you buy junk jewelry. You just are. Now here's one that has two lobster claws. I'm just going to take the scissors. Let's see if this is wire or it looks like it is wire, so I can't use the scissors. So I'm going to have to cut it with the wire cutter. So I'm going to cut behind the first bead because that seems to be the easiest way to do it. I'm just going to cut both sides. And then I'll put these away because those are still decent. I don't mind a little wear for certain projects I do. Certain things you want brand new, but other things you can get away with using it. Now I like this necklace. I didn't think it was a very pretty necklace, but clearly somebody made it for themselves, and as long as they liked it, that's all that matters. But these are nice glass beads here. So I'm getting a lot of good glass faceted beads. This is a good size that I use when I make earrings or even bracelets. There's a few bigger ones. So let me see, is that all of them? So that's just the clear beads I got from that necklace. And then let's see, I got two different kinds of black beads. I got these faceted black beads, which are beautiful. And then there's only a few of those. Now these, all these round black beads, I will donate them. I probably will donate the pearls or some of the pearls. I have so many pearls that I don't need that many more. I mean, these are really nice pearls, and if you need beads, you can see how from one necklace I got this pile of pearls, these black beads, and all these clear beads, and then if you needed them, these round black beads. So this would all be from one piece of jewelry. If you're just starting out, that's a lot of beads you can get. But I'm going to put these black beads because I have so many round black beads, and these are nice quality. They're decent. I could use them, but I've got so many I don't need them. So I'm going to put these in a bag and put these aside for the charity I'm donating to. Oh, there's more of them over here. Hold on. There's quite a few of these black beads, more than I thought. They got mixed in with the bigger beads over here. So actually there's more. So actually this one necklace was quite a bit of beads. So when you find junk jewelry, like if you're at a yard sale or a thrift store, A thrift store necklace like that could be anywhere from $3 to $5. But still, for the amount of beads you get, like if you look at it this way, all of these, all of these, all of these, all of these, and 2 lobster claws for, let's say, $3 to $5 is probably doable. Now, I don't need these, so I'm going to donate these. I have a little bag that I'm putting the stuff for the charity I'm donating to. And then the pearls, I'm going to also put in a bag for them as well. But I'll wait and do all that later. I forgot I need to leave this up here because I want to take a picture for you guys. So anyway, so that's a lot of stuff. Now, this was a really interesting piece here. I thought it might be worth money. It's not. It's just a modern piece. It's a pacifier or something like that holder. It's got a really cool, or it did have a really cool graphic on here, but it's kind of worn off. And just some cool like little surfboard beads. Now this one, I'm just going to cut the string and take all the beads off. I think this one might be glued. Yeah, that one's glued in. But I think the rest of them, well, I don't know. That one looks like, yeah, look at all the glue in there. So what a waste. You can't get those. I'll see what I can do. Maybe take a Dremel and get in there. But that's a lot of glue. So I'll put that aside. But still, I got all of this from that one piece. That's still not too bad. And this was all jewelry I got from Goodwill in big lots. So I was paying, well, for a while $35 and then up to $50 for 5 pounds of jewelry. So I got a lot of jewelry for the money, you know, and a lot of parts and pieces. And that's how you have to look at it. When you're buying those big bulk, if you're not a jewelry artist, you're not going to make as much money. But you can sell this stuff as junk jewelry. Now, I love finding this kind of jewelry. It's not your typical piece. It's not something that most people would even like. But look at these here. They're little flowers that stack. And there's 2 sets of them. On top of that, these beautiful purple beads. There's these gorgeous, deep, purpley blue. They look blue on the camera, but in person they're purple. And then these howlette that are dyed to look like turquoise. I think they're stone. Some shell. And then these gorgeous silver ones. And then here's some glass. You got several of these little glass pieces here too. So this piece is a little bit more, and then you got a lot of chain you can use. Now this one is going to be a little bit more, like I will open up and take, let's see which side it opens. This might be wire wrapped. Yeah, so this isn't going to open. So this, I'm not going to even try to open that jump ring, because when they're that tight, I can't get in there easily. So what I'll do is I'll just cut the jump ring right here. And then that should, let's see. I've tried to open them when they're that tight, and it's just not worth the time. So then that'll open that up. And then I'll take, these are all the beads. I'll take this off the other side. So I'll cut the jump ring on this side too. Now you can save the jump rings. If it means a lot to you to do so, you can do that. Now I've got a piece of chain, which I'm going to hold on to, because chain is always great. It doesn't matter what size. You can use it for things. And then, like I said, I'll give this to my husband. He might be able to use his Dremel and get this stuff out. I'll see if he can. But this, I want to see these. So I'm going to cut the ring that holds this on so we can get these flowers off. And look at them. Look at these. These are so cool. I did not even realize these were single little flowers. Look at that. And I've got 2 bunches of them. So I got double this. Let's get the other one cut too. You have to decide what you're willing to do. Like, I'm willing to lose a jump ring or 2, because to me you got to look at your time too. So I got all these gorgeous little flower charms. Those are stunning. And then I've got all these other pieces here that I have one of 2 choices. Now, clearly I can't save them all because they're wired together. So since they're all in the blue in this, well, is that purple or blue? See, this is the problem. When they wire wrap them together, you can't keep them all because they're not jumpering together. This one is wire wrapped, and then this one's hooked onto it and wire wrapped. So you kind of got to pick which ones you want to keep as a wire wrapped bead. Now this is a pendant, which I think is really cool. So I want to keep that wire wrapped, but I can let this one go here. So I'm going to let this little crystal go as far as being wire wrapped. We'll take the wire wrap off that because it's a tiny little bead and it's not that great of a, it's so tiny. I'm not going to do much with that. So that one's beautiful. That's a beautiful blue, grayish blue bead. I don't know what got on my hand. This is a nice drop, so I like that. I wanted to keep that separate because it's nice drop piece. Now this one I gotta cut the wire off because I gotta take that off. Now then you gotta look at it and say which ones do you want to keep. We'll do that again on this little one. This little one is not worth hanging on to, so we can cut that one off on both sides. That gives me 2 of these gorgeous little glass beads. Now on this side there is a jump ring here, and I like that jump ring, so I'm going to hang on to that jump ring. See if I can move this without, I think I need the tools. I'm going to open this giant ring up if I can. Yeah, I can. And so that leaves these 2. So you got to choose, what do you want to keep as a wire wrapped bead? Well, I think this thing is gorgeous. It's a lamp work bead. This is more of a ceramic bead. So I think I'm going to let the ceramic one go and keep the this one as a wire wrapped bead. So do you understand? I hope you understand what I'm saying. When you wire wrap them together, you're hooking them permanently. See how they went around and then they wrapped the wire. Let me see. Is this a wire wrap? Or do they just have a ring on there? I can't tell. That might not be wire wrapped. Hold on. I might have been duped there. Let me see. Let me see if this pulls out. I might have misunderstood this. Let's see. If it pulls out, then I was wrong. Nope, it's not pulling out. Oh, it was. Look at that. I saw that little ring and I thought it was wire wrapped. They put a ring on there. So actually I can save more than I thought. Well, darn it, I wouldn't have cut those had I known. So I always try to teach lessons in my videos. Don't assume. Remember what's that movie that says don't assume? So yeah. So I can open these. Now that's not a very good, see how that, I don't know if you can see that loop. It's terrible. So I'm not going to even try to save that. I'm going to do the same on this little one that I did on the other little ones. I'm just going to go ahead and cut that, because that loop is not good. It's not quality. And there's still a couple more of these little gray ones. I like those a lot. Now these are cool little pieces that were wrapped around them. Now that I see them, I don't mind that, because those are kind of cool. Let me put them on my hand so you can see them. They're like little rings. And they put them to make it look like it was wire wrapped. They did a good job because they fooled me. I should have caught it though. So this one I left the jump ring on, and I like how that looks. That's a gorgeous lampwork bead. Now, here's another one. That's a lampwork or a ceramic bead. And here's another one just like that one, see? So let me open this. If I can get this open. Ah, there we go. I want to keep this one. So I'm going to do the same thing and open this blue one like I did on the other one. Now that we know it's not wire wrapped. Isn't that crazy? They got me good. I thought for sure that was a wire wrap bead. How funny. At a glance, they did a good job. It looked like it. But they're not. Now, it's not a very good wrap. It's not a very good... I've noticed that a lot of these, even professionally made pieces of jewelry, are not always done well. So sometimes I'll choose to not leave them. But when I can leave them as a little charm, I will. Because they do come in handy. And like I have 2 of these, which would be great for a pair of earrings. And then I like these 2 together. I mean, I might keep that together. Let's see, do I have 2 of those? No. This one's got a different bead on top. Darn it. Wouldn't that have been cool to have that as a double set of earrings? So off camera, I'll finish taking all these apart. But you can see there's going to be quite a few really nice. There's going to be 2 of these large stone, 2 of these nice shell, 2 of these nice pieces here, and a total of, let's see, there's 3, 4, there'll be 5 of these nice glass beads, and then 2 of these. So when I'm done, it'll be quite a bit of beads. So I'm very happy with that. So pay attention. I didn't realize that. Oh, there's another one. There's going to be 6 of those. So yeah, so I messed up. I thought those were wire wrap, but to be honest with you, I've never seen that technique before, where they put that little ring. Oh, let me see if I can get that to. I've never seen where they put that little ring around there to make it look like it is wire wrapped, and at a glance, it did. So they got me on that. Now here is one that might be easy to undo. Let's see. This one is unusual because it's not silver. It is an antique brass. So look at all those findings you're going to get on this one. Look at these beads. I love these. I call them melon beads. I don't know what they are. So I will cut this, and I think this one, is it wire or is it, this one's actually just nylon. So I can actually cut it right under the first bead and just let it all come off. And I love, this is one of my favorite styles of beads. Now these are not glass, but they're still beautiful. And I love that. I don't know what that style is called. I have a lot of them in black, but I love those. For Christmas, those will be really fun to use. Then on top of it, I got these beautiful antique brass finish findings, which will come in great. All these spacers in the antique brass, because I do a lot of the steampunk, and I love these. I've got some of these in silver too, and I love them. So this is a lot of beads here. You can see this will take me a while to get this all sorted out. That's a lot. When I get done with this, I'm going to have all these beautiful brass, antique brass beads. These beads here, which like I said, I love those. And then these really neat organic shaped ones that I love. So there's a lot here. You got the spacers, the melon shaped beads, this one, and then your round beads. So that's a nice, let me put it in my hand and show you. That's a nice variety to get off of one necklace. And they're nice quality. Even though they're plastic, they're really nice quality. I really am happy with that. That's going to be great when I get done sorting that all into piles. That's nice. I don't know what's going on out there. I just heard a loud noise. And then this one's another one. Let me see if my husband's home. Oh, I'm going to have to cut this short. My husband just walked up. But we're at 19 minutes anyway, so I'll save these other ones for the next video. But that's a lot of stuff. I mean, I got a lot of it taken apart and a lot of really cool beads to add to my collection. And then hopefully David can drill this out for me and I can use it. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll be back later. Bye.